We've got more Matthew Stafford trade rumors to the New York Giants. This has been a hot topic all over the NFL landscape, and the latest rumors are heating up that Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp could both be coming to the Giants as a package deal. If you want that to happen, if you want to see Stafford and Kupp with Nabers, Tracy, maybe Travis Hunter, go down right now, hit that thumbs up icon, speak it into existence. You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Just when you thought the Matthew Stafford rumors headed to the Giants were starting to slow down, Daniel Jeremiah decided to pour gasoline on the fire. We'll show you what he's talking about in a second, but he had an interesting move in a mock draft and then pretty much said, I did this because number 9, he could be in New York. Another reason we're talking about this, Ryan Dunleavy, who covers the New York Football Giants, went on the Talkin' Giants YouTube channel. Shout out to Bobby Skinner. Shout out to Justin Pennant, crushing it over there as always. Got Ryan Dunleavy on there, and Dunleavy says, quote, Cooper Kupp is coming here if the Giants get Matthew Stafford. It's almost like we told you that a couple of weeks ago, but it's always nice to hear it from another source, and I fully do believe if Stafford becomes a Giant, he is going to do everything under his power to make sure Kupp is here. One, because they're best friends. Like, these are guys that hang out during the season. These are guys that hang out during the offseason. Their wives absolutely love each other, and I can tell you this, Matt Stafford is absolutely pissed the hell off that the Los Angeles Rams publicly let everybody know through Cooper Kupp that he's being traded. Stafford wants to remain teammates with Kupp. He really wants that to happen in LA, but it might have to be in New York. The wife of Matthew Stafford, Kelly Stafford, said this after the report came out, or I guess not even a report, the public statement from Cooper Kupp that he was going to be traded, and the Rams filled him in on that. She said, my husband wants to win. Trading away a Cooper Kupp? I'm confused because we were one play away from going to the NFC Championship. I have to be the dog in this situation. I want that respect for him that he deserves. I love the city of LA. With that being said, I love an adventure. And then Cooper Kupp's wife went on to Instagram posting a farewell and a thank you and a goodbye to the Rams and LA. And then Kelly Stafford added that to her Instagram story and said, someone who welcomed me with open arms into the city, who could always make me smile and constantly help me realize what really matters. I don't know what this place is going to look like without you. I don't know if I want to find out. I could tell you this much. The Staffords and the Kupps have talked about continuing to be teammates and continuing to be on the same team, and it potentially happening in New York. I promise. This is real. If Stafford wants Kupp, if Matthew Stafford agrees to a trade to the New York Giants, and whether he needs a contract extension or whatever that jazz may be, he is going to tell Joe Shane, go get me Cooper Kupp. He can still get it done. One of the best in the league. I don't think the Rams are going to be able to trade Kupp. It was about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago at this point, where Cooper Kupp released a statement that he had been informed by the front office of the Los Angeles Rams that they were going to trade him. Thing is, I don't believe they will. When that came out, we did a video on the channel saying it wouldn't happen because I don't see any team in the NFL willing to take a cap hit of $20 million if they trade for Cooper Kupp. Not saying he's not worth the money. I think he is. I also think I'm one of the biggest Cooper Kupp guys out there. I'm talking with the guys here at Chat Sports, and they're telling me he's cooked and he's done and he's no good. Someone told me that Darius Slayton was on the same tier as him. It was unreal. I still think Coop can get it done. And at $20 million, I don't love paying him that, but I would, but you're not going to have to. And the Rams, they're not going to be able to trade him. They're going to have to release him. And I'm looking at a pre-June 1 release potentially for Cooper Kupp. If that happened, prior to March 16th, you would have a dead cap charge of $22.2 million, while saving 7.5. Compared to if you traded him, you would have savings of $12.5 million and a cap charge of 17.2. You could do a post-June 1 release where you would have $14 million dead this year, $17 million dead next year, and save $15 million. Either way, it is not going to be the best financial outcome for Cooper Kupp if he does end up being released by the Los Angeles Rams. And I don't think a team is going to be willing to give up a premium pick, which the Rams are most likely going to be looking for. Go back to the NFL trade deadline. They wanted a second. Maybe that price has dropped to go out and trade for Kupp and add him at $20 million. A guy that, no matter how much I like him, no matter how much of an impact player I think he is, the facts are the facts. He has missed a good chunk of time since that unreal season that he had in 2021. He missed 5 games this year. He missed 5 games last year. He missed 8 games the year before that. He's missed 18 football games in 3 years. But when he plays, he can still be productive. He can still get it done at a high level. Is he the guy that put up 1,900 yards and put together one of the best receiving seasons in NFL history? No, I don't think he's that guy. He's 32 years old. But is he a scrub? Is he washed up? Can he not get it done anymore? Absolutely not. Cooper Kupp is still, in my opinion, a top 30 receiver in this league. And if you could have him next to Nabers, that would be beautiful for Stafford or the rookie quarterback. You look at the game log for Cooper Kupp this year, and I just don't understand how people could tell me he can't play anymore. Week 1 against the Lions, he went for 14 grabs and a $110 with a touchdown. And then in week 9 against the Seahawks, he went for 11 more grabs and 104 yards. Then in week 11 versus the Patriots, he went for 6 grabs and 106 yards and not 1 but 2 trips to the end zone. Then what about against Buffalo? 5 catches for 92 yards. 3 games of more than 100 yards. This dude can still play. I really do believe that. And I think he would be a big boost to this Giants offense, and I think he is absolutely on their radar, even if Matthew Stafford does not come to town. I continue to reference this, where Jordan Renan says, I expect the Giants to add a significant weapon or a significant weapon via free agency or trade. I don't think he would say these things unless he has been told these things by people he could trust who have maybe inside info on the plans that Joe Schoen has for this offseason. Kupp will have suitors if cut. I know we're talking about he won't be traded. I really don't think that's because of talent. I think it's because of the injuries, the age, and the money. I think he'll have suitors. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to absolutely be interested in Cooper Kupp. Are we going to rule out the Chiefs? They tried to trade for him at the trade deadline. They're going to be looking to get it back on track. What about the Bills? Are they going to pass on Cooper Kupp? He will have suitors lined up, which maybe he won't come to the Giants. But if Stafford's here, I think he absolutely will. If he doesn't, I still have interest. Like, whether you have number 9 under center leading your franchise, or you got Shador Sanders, or you got Cam Ward, adding Cooper Kupp to this team is still a great idea, in my opinion. You got to go out and add a weapon. If you start the 2025 season with Darius Slayton and or Wan'Dale Robinson as your wide receiver 2 and wide receiver 3, just pack it up. Just pack it up and let's not even try to out there and go play football, because you're not seriously trying to compete. When you compare Cooper Kupp to the other top free agent wide receivers out there, I think he's the most bang for your buck guy. T. Higgins, if he doesn't get franchise tag, which it sounds like he is, he's going to be looking for $33 million a year. I love Chris Godwin. I would love to add him to this offense. Is he going to leave Tampa? Is Amari Cooper the guy that we saw with the Browns last year, or is it the Amari Cooper we saw this year that couldn't catch the football and couldn't get any traction going with Josh Allen? Do we want a 30-plus-year-old Stephon Diggs who's would be on his 3rd team in 3 years and with it coming off a torn ACL? DeAndre Hopkins looks washed. I have no interest in Hollywood Brown. I like Keenan Allen in the slot. He's definitely on my list, a veteran in the slot. Kind of a theme that you see here, Godwin, Allen, and Kupp. I like that. Deontay Johnson seems like someone that you don't want on your football team. And Mike Williams got traded away from the Jets and wasn't all that impressive. You got to go out and add a weapon. Maybe it is Kupp. Maybe if the Jets cut Devontae Adams, you can go look at him. But you have to find a way to get another playmaker on this team that can take some pressure off of Malik Nabers. Don't listen to me, though. Listen to Malik Nabers. He wants Cooper Kupp on this football team. He said this, I watched a lot of Cooper Kupp film, especially when I was in the slot at LSU, just trying to do a lot of option routes. His option route is probably one of the best I've ever seen. Having him in the room, and I can learn from that, it's always great to learn from a veteran. I got a chance to learn from Allen Robinson when he was here in the spring. I learned a lot from him. So if I can learn from Cooper Kupp, I can exceed my game, understand a lot. I'm young, so I'm trying to get as much game as possible for years to come. If only there was a guy on YouTube with a great widow's peak that always talks about getting a weapon next to Nabers that he can learn from, that guy might have a pretty good show on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe Malik Nabers watches that show. You can't tell me you wouldn't love this offense. You cannot tell me that if the Giants trotted out this offense in week 1 against whoever it may be, you're not going to at least be excited and maybe a little bit optimistic. You go out and you make the move for Matthew Stafford. Then you bring his buddy to town in Cooper Kupp. And then with the 3rd overall pick, you select Travis Hunter. And you play him on offense. And you play him on defense. Because I know that he could play both ways in this league. Dude played 1,500 snaps last year for Colorado. He could do it in the National Football League as well. Nabers, Hunter, Cooper, Stafford, and Tyrone Tracy. That takes you from the worst offense in the NFL to being in the middle of the pack. And the things I would do to be able to have a competent offense, they're pretty disgusting. The Stafford rumors are only going to heat up, though, as we get closer and closer to the Combine. We're about a week away from the Combine really heating up. Teams will start getting there on Monday, and then coaches and general managers are available to the media on Tuesday, and they're going to heat up. And I know some people, included Vinny Pip, shout out to the Bronx boy, hit me up and say, Marsh, are the Stafford rumors dead? Not for a second. Daniel Jeremiah saying this on Twitter today as he released his new 2.0 round 1 mock draft. In his first mock draft, he had the Giants selecting a quarterback at number 3. In this mock draft, he did not. He had them selecting Travis Hunter. And someone on Twitter asked him and said, so what changed with your Giants pick in 2 weeks? They're desperate for a QB, but go Hunter? Are they out on Shador? And Daniel Jeremiah replies with a little gif, whatever you want to call it, of Matthew Stafford saying, hello, I'm right here. So yeah, there's legit smoke here. We've heard Schefter talk about it. We've heard Jeremiah talk about it. We've heard Colin Cowherd talk about it. Anyone that covers this league at this point is talking about Matthew Stafford being on the block and potentially being a New York Giant. Stafford is still a really good quarterback in this league. I would say he is, I can't use that word. I would say he is almost universally looked at as a top 3 QB in the NFC. We'll give the crown to Jalen Ouch, I guess, because they won the Super Bowl. And we could put Jaden Daniels too, but I'll tell you this much. If I got an even roster and I got a game to win tomorrow, give me Matthew Stafford over Jaden Daniels. Take Daniels for the next 10 years, absolutely. But I got Stafford with 2 minutes left and a chance to go win the game. He's my quarterback. Someone that could still get it done. Absolutely. I believe in him. I think if he becomes a Giant, they are competitive and they are not a joke. And we're trying to get out of joke territory. I don't love the idea of giving him a brand new contract, though. I don't love paying him $50 million this year and $55 million next year. You look at his contract right now, and the main reason he wants to be, I'm not going to say he wants to be traded, the main reason there are trade rumors heating up is because he has no more guaranteed money on his deal. They could cut him prior to the league year starting, and they owe him nothing. He was paid $36 million by the Rams in 2024. Can the Giants do that in 2025? Is that too much? What made him such an attractive trade piece was that you were only going to owe him $27 million in 2025 and $31 million in 2026. The first thing I would do is say, hey, we're willing to fully guarantee the rest of your contract. We'll give you all $27 million in 2025, and we'll give you all $31 million in 2026. I'd even put incentives throughout that contract. And I'd be willing to go up to $36 million. That's about as high as I would go. He was willing to play on that with the Rams. Will he be willing to play on that with the Giants? What I am not in on is having to change this graphic that you are going to see on screen and include Matthew Stafford on it. I cannot operate with the Giants paying Matthew Stafford $46 million or $50 million or $52 or $53 or $55 or $60. if Matthew Stafford is only looking to come to the Giants to secure the bag and be one of the highest paid quarterbacks in NFL history, I am out. Spumoni. But if you want to come here, we'll bring your buddy Cooper Kupp here, and you take maybe a little bit more money, then yeah, I am interested. But if you're going to go out and trade a premium pick, and you're going to go out and trade premium dollars for a player, why not just go sign Sam Darnold? I don't know. How much would you pay Matthew Stafford on a new contract per year? You just saw the top 10 highest paid quarterbacks. Right now, his cap hit is $27 million. I'm willing to go up to 36. That's what he played on last year. What's your number? Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on IG at @MarshallGreen_. Hit me up over there. And we can continue to talk about all of the latest news and rumors. Let's go Big Blue.